Hello and welcome back, students. Today we are going to see the chapter number 2 of your computer. Chapter number 1 already completed, and in last video we have seen that chapter number 1, that was computer system. What are the units and components of the computers are being used. Now the components of computer we'll see in a vast way, in a we explained view of the components of the computer. On the first page you see that the introduction and the history of that one, how it being started, and what are the components of the computers are there. So you can read it out by yourself and you can understand what are the contents and topics are there in the this chapter. Only three topics are there, that is input devices, output devices, and storage devices. Three types of devices are there. Now we'll see that first one. Now before starting that, we are again going to refer the same diagram that we have seen in last chapter. The computer processes like this: through the input devices, takes input and then gives the output by the output devices. Meanwhile it stores the data if it's required. So it's already written over there. The computer system works with the help of hardware and software. Hardware components are often categorized as either input, output, storage, or processing components, which help in performing the IPO circle. IPO circle I have told you and last chapter, that is input and output cycle. So that are input, processing, and output cycle was there. Input output devices are used to enter information and instructions into a computer for storage or processing, and to deliver the processed data to a user. So this is the chart, or this is the diagram is there, so you can refer over there. In the second paragraph written there, devices which are not an integral part of the CPU are referred to as peripherals. Peripherals devices are those which are not previously connected to the computer or not connected as an integral part. Integral means internal, already built with the computer. If not, so that devices are called peripheral, means from outside. Now the first topic is there, input devices. So we know that what are input devices. Through that computer takes input, called input devices. Very simple one there. It's written: an input device enters data and instructions into the computer. Without any input device, a computer would only be a display device and does not allow users to interact with it, just like a TV. So without input device you cannot can communicate. The user cannot give instructions, and user cannot uh, ask computer to perform anything without input devices, just like TV. So if you do not have the remote or any controlling device of TV, so what TV will do? So TV will show by itself. It will only show the things, pictures or videos. It cannot be controlled by you. Okay, it's written there in simple terms: input devices bring information into the computer. So information or the instruction in the computer, telling computer what to do, what not to do. Some input devices broadly used in computers are given below. So here are the input devices which are used in computer, and few are already connected and few are peripherals. Most of them are peripheral itself, which are connected from outside the computer, which are not integral part of the computer, which is not already connected. So first one, keyboard. We know what keyboard is. Keyboard is the most common and widely used input device. It is used to input text into the computer. It contains special keys to perform various operations. There are different types of keyboards, but the QWERTY keyboard is the most widely used. So normally the keyboard we are using, that's called QWERTY keyboard. So it's not a short form or not abbreviation. It's just the key of first row, alphabetical row. If you look at your keyboard, so you will see the first row of the alphabet keys, that is QWERTY. so that's why it's called QWERTY keyboard, and that is mostly widely used, right? Generally, standard keyboard has 104 keys. Standard keyboard has only 104 keys. Apart from the normal alphabetical keys and number keys, the keyboard has navigation keys, function keys, and control keys. The functions of function keys depend on the program in which they are being used. So, function keys that is written on the top of the keyboard, that is F1, F2, F3 up to F12. So 12 keys are there, that's called function keys. In those keys, those is written there, those keys have different work depended on different programs. For example, if you are on the desktop window itself, so if you are pressing F5, so it will Barcode readers are used in shopping malls, supermarkets, bookshops, etc. A very large scale, at a very large scale, as I have seen. So I have told you people that on the malls and bookshops are used. So now MICR, magnetic ink character recognition. So the same thing is there what barcode reader is doing. Same thing MICR does, but for the code, that is magnetic ink character which are present, which are present on the checkbooks and all. It's written is there, you can refer that in your book. So MICR is a character recognition system that uses special ink and characters. Okay, MICR readers detect the characters and convert them into digital data. MICR technology is generally used in banks. Numbers and characters found on the bottom of checks, usually containing the check number, account number, and branch code, are printed using magnetic ink. The check itself can now be read using MICR. Okay, so same thing what barcode reader does for products and barcode to read barcode, MICR does for the checks and all. MICR technology is used to verify the originality of paper documents using a special ink which is sensitive to magnetic fields. So that is very high, means it's highly confidential, so that's why they use MICR. Digital camera. So digital camera is the next input device. You know what the use of digital camera is. Takes the photo and gives to the computer to read it. Digital camera records images in a computer. It takes in electronic format instead of film. So a digital camera can store many more pictures than an ordinary camera. Pictures taken using a digital camera are stored inside its memory card and can be transferred to a computer by connecting the camera through a data cable. It acts like a camera that we have in our mobile, taking pictures in digital form and that digital photos and transfer to the computer. It takes picture by converting the light passing through the lens at the front into a digital image. So next is web camera. Web camera is the same thing connected to the computer. The things we have already seen, the mic, say microphone. So if you are connecting the microphone to the computer, it takes the voice. Now if you are connecting web camera to the computer, it takes the photo or video directly and process with the computer. A web camera or webcam is a small digital video camera directly or indirectly connected to a computer or a computer network. Webcam feeds or stream its image in real time or to or through a computer network. It is widely used to share pictures with our friends, Skype, and other video calling software, as well as to continuously monitor an activity and send it to a web server for public or private viewing. So it shows that you can do what you can do. You can do the video calling and all through the webcam. So these are the input devices up to that, and in next video we will see the next topic of this chapter, that is output devices. Till then read it out, and if you have any problem, so you can ask here itself through the comment section. I will answer each and everything, so you will all you people get the answer of that one. Thank you very much.